everybody on YouTube had footage of the National Farm Machinery Show. I had none.
You didn't film none?
I didn't film any. So there were several excuses that I can give you as to why I didn't get any footage at the Farm Machinery Show. But, you know, we got started late.
Yes, we did. We had a tree fall on the fence. Tore the fence out. We had to fix the fence before we left. Had a bad storm that night. A lot of wind, a lot of rain. Cows were starting to start calving hardly yet. They was fixing to.
Cows were starting to calve, yes, because there was cows having a calf is another reason why we were late. You had to go back over to the Pennington place to check a calf.
Yeah, that's right.
So we had several obstacles in our way. I started telling Ransom had a friend over, so I started saying, listen guys, it'll probably be Saturday before we get to go to the Farm Machinery Show, so it is what it is. But then everything seemed to work out. You one-man showed and got the fence put back together and got everything squared away, and we were able to go. So we got there about 1 o'clock, and we covered a lot of it, didn't we? We covered a lot. Well, we spent a lot of time trying to do some business, conduct some business while we were there. We had some specific things that we wanted to look at. For the last couple of years, we've been thinking about animal health. We did make a purchase. We purchased a Lewis cattle oiler. We have been having a real problem with flies, lice, things like that. And so this is something that we have been kicking around for a couple of years. And we had saw them at the Farm Machinery Show before COVID. And, you know, last year they didn't have it because of COVID. It was canceled, and so we had planned on buying one, but we did go make this purchase while we were there, and it should be arriving on the farm pretty soon. And I'm going to fill you all in on this, and we'll see how the cows like it and see if it really helps us with our lice and fly problems. So I'm excited about that. I think that it should be arriving maybe next week. So you can see in the backup camera that we're getting a load of hay. We're having to move hay from one farm to another. Hey Ransom, how much is it supposed to snow tonight?
3 to 6 inches, I think.
3 to 6 inches, that's right. What was the temperature?
62.
62 degrees right now.
Yeah.
So guys, this is Harvey, and he's a fairly young bull, but he's a good example of what I'm talking about when I'm talking about lice infestation. Right now is a bad time for our cattle with this lice. And you can see those bald spots there, and that's where he's been rubbing and itching and scratching. And so I'm hoping that this cattle oiler, if we get it set up and get it out in the field, that they won't have this discomfort and they won't have this stress, and they'll be able to keep themselves cleaned up and groomed and looking good all year round. So in the summer, it's supposed to help keep flies away, which should eliminate pink eye. And in the winter, it's supposed to help control the lice. And I don't know, I forget what those grubs, I think is what Scott calls them, those grub worms. So we're hoping this will help. You all have saw and witnessed yourselves when we're working cattle. Scott does the pour on down their back. And so they get treated pretty regularly, but you see, it's definitely a problem, or she wouldn't be scratching like this. We've dusted in the past and all of those things, but we're hoping to put this into place and have year-round protection. If any of you all have ever used a cattle oiler, leave the comments in below and let me know how you feel about them. Let me know if they've done you any good or not, okay? I'd sure appreciate it. Little update. We had about, what would you say, honey, 3 inches of snow overnight?
Yeah.
The temperature dropped down into the teens. Here it is, 8:28, 23 degrees now. Anyway, we mostly just wanted to get on here and say, hey, how are y'all doing? We thank you all for subscribing to the channel and for all the comments. Anytime you all leave a comment, we're going to try to get back at you with something. Let us know how you're doing, where you're watching from. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you involved in agriculture? Were you involved in agriculture at some point? What's your story? Thanks for watching, and until next time, God bless y'all.